I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store in the Citadel.
You remember the reporter?
Yeah.
I slapped the mess out of her.
Hello, everybody. Robbie here with the Nerd Cave Network, joined along with
Derek.
And Zach.
Today, we will be giving you our top 5 favorite games.
Single games, not series.
Yeah, single games.
Tough list to do.
It is very difficult, but I'm happy we did it. We'll start off with Mr. Job and Derek Diamond.
Derek Dyke.
Derek Dykes.
Thanks, Robbie.
I just combined Arkham.
My top 5 is a game that I played so much on the PlayStation 2, and that is Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Amazing soundtrack.
Oh, that's one of the reasons why that 80s soundtrack, the 80s setting, all the references, and that was, to me, really the game that put Grand Theft Auto on the map. A lot of hours playing that.
Yeah.
And then just beating a hooker with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Who doesn't wish that they could walk down the street and have a bat and just beat somebody or run over somebody and not get in too much trouble?
The cheat codes were the best, where you can get the Rhino tank and everything and just go down the street blowing everything up. The cheat codes back then, they didn't take away from your trophies. I enjoyed Vice City as well. My number 5 is Gears of War 3.
It's a good one.
The reason that Gears of War made my list was because I had read the books read the books from 2 to 3. Gears of War 3 was something really big to me because of all of my friends in college, something we played nonstop when it came out. We would have people, I'd had 20 people in my apartment playing Gears of War at nights. So it's a big thing with me and Dom.
Yep.
So sad.
Dom. Robbie, what's yours?
Mine is what I spent most of my high school career playing,
Your
which
High
is
School Musical.
high school. I don't know how the musical goes, but anyway,
Yeah, you do.
I really don't. Halo 2.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
I just remember first time being able to start dual wielding. I was just shoot up, but being able the dual SMGs or having your plasma pistol and the SMG was like the best combination. You take the
that was pretty good, but
dual
needlers.
dual needlers,
Needlers.
blowing everybody up.
Used to get so angry at the
Yeah.
dealers.
Oh, yeah.
But my
Pink
number
Mist.
my number 4 is also Halo 2.
It was such a game, and I remember
But I say it's on my list more for the campaign than the multiplayer, because it's still my favorite Halo campaign.
They did
to
have
play
a great
through.
campaign, but I just remember being up at the school and having those LAN parties. Last couple of days of school, and everybody's not doing anything but playing games and just dicking around.
That doesn't happen anymore in schools. But my number 4 comes from a studio Derek mentioned earlier, Rocksteady. My number 4 is L.A. Noire.
Oh, such a good game.
Such an amazing game. It was on last gen's console, the 360 and PlayStation 3. This game was amazing. Becoming a detective, actually, trying to figure things out, reading people's facial expressions to see if they're lying and everything. So intricate and just it went beyond the normal, detective type thing. I never drove. You can drive. It was always
you can drive,
because I didn't want my rating to go down. I always wanted to get 5 stars. The game was so sad at the end.
Yeah.
And I wish
It ends like a classic film noir.
Yeah.
It ends in tragedy.
And just the whole aesthetic of the game was on point, on fleek, as the young people say.
I never played this game, but I've watched gameplay and I've watched other people play it, and I've always was like, this could be a game that I could definitely get into. So I think I might try to find it for 360 and just hop back on my old console.
Might be one of the games that.
Apparently, there's a lot of teachers calling out right now because my phone's blowing up.
Yeah, but it hopefully it would become one of the games that is backwards compatible on the Xbox One. All right, next.
Mine is a classic game going back even further. Jade Empire.
Ooh, that is a good one. BioWare.
Yeah, one of their best. Not one of their best, but one of their
best.
True, technically, yeah.
It is.
Playing it put so many countless hours into it, and just finding out that you've been dicked all along, basically by your master, and
that can be taken so out of context.
I know, right?
Well, one of the interesting things is when you get to the last boss, it's him, and from the very beginning, he taught you in your technique.
Put those flaws in
flaws in it so he could beat you. But all you had to do was change into a golem and destroy him.
that was your go. Like if you kept dying, it's like, all right, it's golem time.
Yeah, that's all I did after I learned how to transform into a golem. All right, Derek.
My number 3 is L.A. Noire.
Nice.
The motion capture they did for this game, incredible. Which they had to because, as you mentioned, the detective work with you interrogating people and having to ask, you just find out if they're lying or not. Mm-hmm. You have to pay attention to so much detail. But something that I think is underrated about this game was the replay value.
Oh, yeah.
Because I played through it once without using a guide and then went back and did it with a guide so I could get all the correct answers and everything. And that was one game that I got very close to getting all the achievements on.
Yeah.
Nice.
But the story was great. It was just great. Thanks, Robbie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thanks for ruining that. Well, one other interesting thing was that it went from being a beat cop all the way up to Vice and so forth. And,
you got to see the different branches of the police department.
The one where he was a murder detective was just the most horrific things. But that was the most interesting. When he got to Vice, it wasn't as interesting to me, but the murders were.
That was and that was also my favorite partner that you had. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was my favorite.
Yeah, he was mine as well. My number 3, another Rocksteady game. And I never claimed to be a Rocksteady fan, but they make better games.
They make good games.
And they take their time with it to make it good. Mm-hmm. Red Dead Redemption.
That's a good one.
Just an amazing game. Tons of hours have been put into this game for me.
And I love everything slows down. I don't know why I back away. I get
you're
excited.
a jerk face.
But like how you can
I'm not
slow
editing
down. You can slow down stuff and like you can shoot people.
Yeah. The Deadeye. That's what it's called.
Yeah. And I killed my horse a lot on accident.
Yeah, I loved playing, and later on you unlocked the legendary horses that never really gave out of stamina and everything, but John Marston is probably one of the best.
Mr. Marston!
One of the better characters in video games, and if you haven't played either L.A. Noire or Red Dead, these are 2 games that you need to sit down and enjoy.
Oh yeah, they were great.
All right, number 2.
Number 3.
We started with me.
Oh, all right. Number Trace.
For a second there, I was like, why does mine say Battlefield 2? But it's supposed to be.
Because you're a jerk.
It's supposed to. It autocorrected to Phil, but Battlefront was a game that I spent many hours, playing, cooperatively with Brett. Brett Favre. Brett Favre.
I promise person I'll do this.
Shout out to Brett Favre if you're watching.
Yeah, Brett. It's for you, bro. But
apparently he was at Pensacola Beach a couple days ago.
Really?
Yeah. With his family.
Taking dick pics. But anyway.
Battlefront.
Battlefront was such a great game playing in, the strategic, layouts of the land. Like, you had the space battles, ground battles, and being able to take control of, Jedis and Sith. And just, it was awesome to play. Could you do that in Battlefront too?
Yeah, you could. There was the hero battles as well.
That's right.
It's a good set. But yeah, it was an awesome game. I'm glad that Battlefront 3 looks amazing, which there's some new gameplay that we're going to have to show y'all. But number dose.
Now it's number dose.
My number dose goes all the way back to the Super Nintendo days, and that would be Super Mario World. One of my favorite Mario games of all time. Spent SNES, yes. So many hours put into this game. I could not tell you the number of times I've replayed this game over the years.
You know who else remembers that game?
Pepper's Farm.
Pepper's Farm remembers.
My number dose is Batman Arkham Asylum. The way that they made this game, it was highly based off of the animated series, voice acting, Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, just on fleek. I'm trying to make that a new thing for me.
You're bringing that back.
Yeah.
You're petitioning hard.
I'm petitioning hard for on fleek. Amy tells me not to do that. But one thing that just irks me so much about this is my profile used to be on my memory card for the 360. And apparently I had filled up my memory card so I couldn't, like, anytime I would get an achievement, it couldn't save my profile. So I had gotten all the Riddler trophies for Arkham Asylum. Oh. All of them. And then,
oh my gosh. I feel for you, bro.
And did not save to my profile because my memory card was full. I was so mad. So mad. But that's my number 2. Just an amazing game. Paul Dini did a great job on writing it. And Rocksteady, I'm ready to see what their next project is since it's not going to be Batman.
Yeah. Well, my numero deuce is Mass Effect. Mass Effect 1. Don't look at my list. Back off. I'll be slapping you.
All right. Mass Effect.
Anyway, Mass Effect, just a great game. Like, I remember, breaking into it the first time, and I was just thinking, there's so much to do.
Oh, yeah.
And loving every second of it, like making the good decisions and, seeing how, you go from neutral and like, I tried to start off going bad and and I was just like, I can't do it. So, go into the good side of everything.
Zach has no problem.
Zach has no problem with kicking babies off of cliffs or something like that.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store in the Citadel.
You remember the reporter? I slapped the mess out of her.
Gotta do what
I
you
can see that.
Gotta keep your pimp hand strong. But it was just such a great game, like introducing, all these different aspects to this, what would be known as one of this great franchise. Just loved every second of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great game.
Totally agree.
Numero uno.
No, only dos you say in Spanish. Number dos. This is number 1 now.
Numero uno.
My number 1 is...
Do you remember that reporter?
Bring it.
My number 1 is Zelda Ocarina of Time. And it's predictable, but growing up a Zelda fan and seeing this world that I grew up enjoying in 3D for the first time was just really, really cool. Again, another game that I've replayed countless times.
Couldn't hit that high note. I'm sorry.
You tried though.
I tried to do some background music for you.
Yeah, I liked it though. But no, I love all the Zelda games really, but I just always go back to Ocarina of Time.
Hey, listen.
See, I was fixing to say that.
Oh, really?
I was like, hey, listen. My number 1 is. But you ruined it.
I'm sorry.
Ruined my transition.
Go break a pot or something.
Robbie, the new Segway killer.
I watched a little short video. It was Link, like he broke his shield and he was trying to find a new one. Have you seen that? Where he like breaks all the pots? It was hilarious. Well, number 1 is Mass Effect 1. Robbie touched on it a little bit. But the lore that was established by Drew Karpyshyn, yeah. It was amazing. He helped write the first game. He's helped write a lot of the BioWare games, but just the lore and everything that was built into this, that there were so many different species, that it seemed like a bigger, vast world. The one thing that I did enjoy, it wasn't as bogged down like Skyrim, because Skyrim, if you don't know what you're doing, you can get lost and you can get confused very, very quickly. Yep. This was a little bit more streamlined of an RPG, and the fact that everything is voiced, that it's not I'm going to click this and you have to read it, because the dialogue system that was in place, it just gave you a little snippet of what it is going to be about, and then it went from there. Loved Rex. Rex was so awesome.
He was a great character.
It's my favorite character.
Just the whole thing, and of course, you get to hook up with an Asari. So were you a Liara or an Ashley?
I was Liara all the way.
And Derek never made it that far because he kept dying.
I was a bum kind of guy.
The Matriarch Benezia was so stinking hard with her Asari commandos.
Yeah, because everybody would always go Novaria first, and then that's the hardest one.
Yep.
I still do it today.
I do it too, just
to get it over with, because the
I was
Ragni are just ridiculously annoying.
They're
almost as bad as KOTOR 2, the mining station.
With the fish people? No.
KOTOR 2, it's the mining facility, which KOTOR 1 was bad about Terrace. Both of the starting levels for both of those were bad.
Yeah.
So, number
1 is...
I already mentioned it.
KOTOR.
Yeah.
See, someone picking up my list.
Well, you can see mine right there.
Yeah, I know. KOTOR was just...
Another BioWare game.
Exactly. BioWare makes great games.
Yep.
And plus, they're remaking this in 2016.
Yeah. Oh, well, are they remaking, or are they republishing, like making an HD copy?
I think they're just making it an HD copy. Like,
I would love a remake.
Yeah.
There's totally new graphics and everything. That would be really cool.
But it was just a great game. Like, being able to, be whatever you wanted to. Like, you didn't have to, like,
Sith Lord.
Like, you could fight. Like, I always was neutral, so I could use Force Lightning because
I use Force Lightning anyway. Mine was more powerful.
But it was a great game, getting to make all these decisions and go to these, huge places and just do what Jedis do. Like, I love being able to throw my lightsaber and cut people and
oppose your religious views on people.
You do what you got to do. You do what you have to do for the betterment of the world. Yes.
The galaxy, you mean?
Galaxy, universe, whatever you want to call it.
Galaxy.
Bring order to the galaxy.
But there you go. There's our top 5. What are your top 5 games? Please put them in the comments below, because we want to know. They don't have to be exactly like ours, because these are our opinions, and you could tell from ours they're not alike. We have a few games that are in common. It's surprising I didn't mention Halo at all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was surprised about that.
But
I spent a lot of time playing Halo.
Yeah, I did too. But anyway, please let us know down there. And if you want to follow us on all of our social medias, what are they, Robbie?
You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, Tumblr, many other social media sites, all under the Nerd Cave Network.
And Derek, what about our podcast?
We have our podcast, comes out every Tuesday, the Nerd Cave Podcast, and you can also watch a portion of it every Tuesday on YouTube, and you can find the full podcast on iTunes and Stitcher Radio.
Also, if you're into Let's Plays, we have one every Monday, and this week, Derek is going to be playing the Wii U exclusive Splatoon. So that'll be interesting to see. So guys, please, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down there and share with your friends. Sharing is caring. It can be fun. This has been Zach,
Derek,
and Robbie.
Have a week.